Good evening. This is the North Andover Board of Health. I'm Larry Fixler. This is Thursday, December 14th, 2017, and I call the meeting to order. First thing is, I would like everyone to please stand and pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. There are no public hearings tonight. I say we get right on to the approval of minutes. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes?
Yes. Yes.
Do I hear any motion?
Move to accept the meetings from November.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous? Joe is signing it. Now I want to move on to Part 5, Old Business, and we have on here the 2018 Speaker Series.
Okay. First thing we have is in January, we have Dr. Bernstein. I'm going to be reaching out to her to make sure she's still on board for the January meeting. She's a colleague of yours and a friend of yours, so I'm assuming that's still going to be on and set for January. We have other things lined up and things we've been thinking about and talking about for a while. I'd like to nail down two of the members here to find out what month would be good for them to do a talk on their choice of topics. Would anybody like to volunteer first?
Hey, volunteer.
Okay. We have the meeting dates in your packet.
On a board meeting night, right? We're going to have the speaker series.
Yes,
You know, you
yep.
said some of them will be at the senior center and so on, but
We can do other
That's-
ones there too, but this is for the board meetings here at night.
Let's do February 22nd.
February, okay. So we've got February 22nd taken care
I
of.
think you can put me for April.
Okay, the April meeting, the 26th, that date may change. That is school vacation
Well, that's
week.
what I'm speaking anyway, like it or not.
Is that right? Isn't school vacation week the weekend of the 16th?
Is it the weekend before? Is it? Okay, all right. I thought it was that week.
Yeah, no, it's week.
Okay, so that'll be fine then. I know that Michelle Davis let us know that she can't make that meeting in April, but aside from that, we're good to go then.
Okay.
All right.
There's the April meeting. And then we're still looking for additional speakers. If you guys have anybody that you know that you want to have come before us. I'm still in talks with GLSD. They've been extremely busy, so they haven't been able to commit to a date yet, but I'm still working with them on trying to pick something up and getting them to sign on board.
Well, we're going to have a physical therapist. You have her information.
Yes.
So just when the time comes, I said eventually she'll get an email from you with,
Okay.
you know, what she would need for the meeting room here, and you have all her contact information. I gave it to you, so
Yep.
that's one more. We don't want to overdo too many. I think we talked about having maybe four different,
I'd say, yeah, 4 or 5 throughout the year would be perfect.
yeah. We talked about that last time.
Okay.
Okay, so, new business, let's talk about and agree on the Board of Health meeting schedule for next year, since we're talking about it. I have total flexibility.
I have nothing to say
You have nothing to say.
on that.
Should you ask the boss?
We're fine. We do have a member in the, somebody in the audience with us this evening. My wife, Joan.
Hello.
I think the first person to come visit us in months. So it's nice to have an audience,
That's true.
but I'm good anytime. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. So it's what's good for the rest of us.
On the schedule, the January 25th date, I would not be available that date.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember you said that last
Oh,
meeting.
you know what? It's going to be tough for me, too. I could make it, but I'd have to not make something else.
See, we changed the date, guys. It's not,
If we want to reach out to Dr. Bernstein, see if she can do either a different date or do the February meeting, and then,
I could kick it off to March.
yeah,
I'm completely flexible with that.
okay.
so we have 2 conflicts for January, so we can see what the,
Mine's I could do it if there's interest in moving, that would help.
well,
If we can't get a quorum, I can be here.
for changing the meeting date if you want to. It doesn't have to be
What
on
are our
Thursday.
options, Brian? Can we use the previous Thursday, or do we have to go to a Monday or another day?
We would have to check the Board of Selectmen's meeting schedule here, find out what we have for openings, and then we could go from there. So it would take a little bit of a process to make sure the room's open.
Okay.
But if you guys want us to do that, we can start doing that tomorrow. Check the calendar, see what's open, and let you guys know and do a little survey, see what you guys are available for.
Because I don't want to create a hardship for Frank and it would, or Tom. If 2 can't
Yeah.
make it, it would be nice to have everyone here
Yeah, definitely.
with our first,
Okay.
Would there be a day that would be better? Like, if you look at your calendars for January, is there a day that is better? So when I check the scheduling.
You mean like Thursdays?
Yeah, would a Monday be better, a Thursday be better, a Wednesday?
Thursdays are good. I don't have a problem with Thursdays.
Dr. Trowbridge?
Generally, Mondays are okay. The prior Thursday from that week, the 18th, is okay for me.
Okay. We'll shoot for the prior Thursday, see if it's open. If not, we'll look at a couple Mondays
Sure.
in the Selectmen Art meeting.
how does it look? Or do you have your calendar for the prior Thursday, Frank?
I'm actually looking at the town calendar. I'm just trying to make it work. So I'm still in December. January, okay.
Technology.
One moment, folks. Maybe we'll go to commercial.
Looks like there's a 5 o'clock Zumba class.
Here?
That might be next week.
So we would be looking potentially at the 18th then, right?
The only date that I can definitely say that I would be here is January the 16th, because my client lets me know about 6 weeks in advance if there was a job. And when there are jobs, then they're never in the state. So I can't go any further than January right now.
Does the school committee still meet here, or do they meet over at the school department?
I don't know.
Because
I think they meet over there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
they meet,
I would have assumed that, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
they meet weekly though, right? Because I'm seeing them coming up a lot. It looks like that's the only thing that's going on at NAYRS. I don't know what that is.
North Andover Youth Center?
Yeah, youth and recreational.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
The
well, it looks
Finance
like,
Committee might start meeting, but they may call meetings as they go along.
looks like
You
that
grab the
previous
room
one is
first.
open.
Okay.
I just need to log in the morning.
So I'd be in favor of doing the previous Thursday if that were possible.
I think we can do that. I'm gonna.
That's the 18th.
Yep, I'm gonna try to
Yes,
book it
I'm gonna-
tomorrow, make it official, and then I'll send you guys an email.
Okay, very good.
We don't need to vote on it or anything.
Well, you can tentatively change it here.
We could change it at a subsequent meeting too, if we need to. And the only other things I noticed were December 20th, that's that Thursday right before Christmas. Do we want to back that up a week like we did this one?
So it would be December 27th, right after Christmas, right before New Year's.
Like, a week prior, right? Is that-
Yeah,
the week
no,
prior.
I was thinking more like the 13th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can change that.
This might be easier for everybody.
Is that what you guys want to do? We just kind of guessed and said, I ordered the meeting.
Sounds fine to me.
All right, change that to the 13th.
Your thoughts on November then?
Just the proximity to Thanksgiving.
That's the Thursday after Thanksgiving, that date.
I think that would probably be okay. So November 22nd would be,
The 22nd is Thanksgiving, so that,
right.
Would the 15th be better? Do you think, moving it up?
I think the 29th would actually, actually, I might have a problem with the 29th. Maybe the 15th would be better.
I think the 15th?
That would be my request.
Okay. I think we should, maybe what we can do is make these tentative dates subject to change, but we can vote on the,
Put in the annual.
to accept it.
Yeah.
And we've accepted it, subject to,
The availability of the room and all that stuff, but if
right,
we set it
subject
now,
to a change, it, right.
you guys can
Right.
change the meetings anytime you want throughout the year.
Yeah.
If things come up, but this is just to set the schedule for the year.
Right.
If things come up, you can change it, no problem.
Okay.
Okay,
If we
So-
post it and everything, we'll meet the open meeting line, will be good.
so we'll move those three changes, those three date changes.
Okay.
So it's January, November, and December all changed.
Yep.
So it's the 15th, you said?
So
Yeah,
November
okay.
15th and December 13th.
Perfect.
January 18, November 15, and December 13.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody clear? Okay,
Crystal.
Crystal. Do I hear a motion? To accept?
move to accept the calendar, the meeting date schedule as amended tonight.
Any further discussion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed. Okay, so next we're going to go down to the department reports. And Brian, you have those?
And they should be in your packets as well. Would you like to go first?
Oh, sure. So I just kind of wrapped up the influenza season. We still have about 68 doses left, and then 124 of state-supplied vaccine for 18 and younger. I held a flu clinic in my office the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, just so if people were kind of still catching up on their vaccines and they were home from, say, college or whatever, they could just come on into the office. I saw about 23 people there. And I've had walk-in people just, kind of give me a call and say, do you still have the flu vaccine? I guess some of the local pharmacies do not have any anymore. So, so even today I did a flu shot. Projects, I'm working on the library lecture series with the library. We have a nutritionist coming to speak January 10th at the library, and then we'll kind of go from there, and each month maybe change it up a little bit, maybe do heart disease. As we get closer to the summer, do someone come and speak on Lyme disease, tick-borne illnesses, that kind of stuff, and kind of try to focus it as the seasons pertain. I'm working with the senior center to try to get a blood drive going there, and we're looking at a date in March. We started our cholesterol screenings. I've done about 5 so far, and those have been successful. Working on updating the town sharps policy, because we've had a couple of misconceptions as to what's accepted, and what's available for resources, I guess. So working a little bit with the fire department, they just updated their policy and they updated their webpage, so talking to Brian about updating ours as well. And then looking into offering new vaccines and some communicable diseases. That's it.
Carol, I understand that there was a new shingle booster shot.
There is, and I
Can you
actually, on
comment
the
on
back
that?
of my report, I added some information on that. So it was approved in October by the FDA, and then the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices had some recommendations for it as well. So it's still fairly new. It's called Shingrix, and it has a higher efficacy than the herpes, like instead of the zoster. So I think it's like 98%. I put all the percentages on here. 97% protection against shingles in adults 50 to 69 years old. So it's 2 doses. You get one, and then 2 to 6 months later, you get a second shot. And they're recommending it even if you've had the shingles vaccine in the past. So it's something that I've called the manufacturer on. It's not like a mass distribution right now, and it's not even reimbursable right now by insurance, so they're still working on that piece as well.
Also, can you comment on the effectiveness of the flu shot? I've heard that it leaves much to be desired this year.
So what I've seen and read so far is that there has been a little bit of an increase, which is normal for October, November. They usually peak, the flu activity usually peaks in December, February, in that time frame. So the weekly reports, I know this past week it's gone down a little bit, but it's higher than what they normally expect at this time, is what I've seen. I don't know if you guys have seen anything different or. I don't have like a percentage on like how effective the vaccine is, if that's what you're, I didn't see it like in a. Yeah, I think so too, so. Someone told me like 2%, 12% efficacy. I'm like, I haven't seen anything yet, so.
Was there any, I'm trying to remember, any speaker series or anything at the senior center
Not
recently?
that-
I'm trying to remember if we've had anything recently.
Through the health department?
Yeah, just something.
No, I know they do their lecture series, but I don't think, there's nothing that we've set up.
I know that Frank is going to be contacted
Okay,
to speak this year.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with the lecture series?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Surprise.
You're on your own this year. We won't team up.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. Joe and I, we play off each other.
And for my monthly report,
Yeah.
it's a short month, obviously, with the late meeting in November, and there was a little bit of time off in between, which was nice. I did a few meetings for the regional coalition. We did an interview of a subcontractor we're going to be hiring to help us update our emergency dispensing site plans, as well as create some regional plans between the towns. So if there's a localized event, we already have MOUs in place to share resources. This would help us actually set up a clinic for a region versus just a single town. So there's a lot of work to be done there, so we hired a contractor through state funding for that. So she'll be starting hopefully within the next couple of weeks, which will be great. I'm in the process of getting the mass immunization info systems training so we can get all of our state allotted vaccine next year. Did a couple of inspections, did some septic, did a construction inspection at McDonald's during their work over there. Typical building permit applications, only 1 Title V report. And then general administration, we're going to be starting our FY19 budget process, so we're starting to work on that. That's going to be fun. Tony's excited for that, I'm sure.
When does that have to be submitted by?
I don't have the exact date off the top of my head right now. It's soon, though. We're going to be working on that within the next couple of weeks, getting that done, getting that submitted through Munis, and we'll go through the whole process from that point forward. And then actually in correspondence, one thing that we did do, we did create a form letter to send out to residents that have they're called IA technologies for their septic system. So if they have a system that needs an operation and maintenance plan yearly, they have to maintain that. And we've gotten a few letters from some of the companies saying that their customers are not renewing their contracts. So as part of their approvals through DEP and the board here, they have to maintain those operation and maintenance plan yearly. So we created a form letter to send out to a few of the residents that weren't doing that. We'll see how that actually works, see if they actually respond to us. If not, we'll take the next step, but. Oh, perfect, thank you. And then,
I mean, I can't see them not responding. What's the remedy if they don't respond?
that I would have to talk to DEP about, because it's a DEP approval condition
Okay.
upon using these technologies.
Yeah.
So there are some different types of systems that they have more mechanical type of applications that help filter the effluent even further before it's released into the environment. So
Okay.
it's maintaining that equipment that is part of the approvals of those. And then just miscellaneous stuff. I only had a few calls with the chairman this past month.
We'll talk later.
And like I said, we worked on the insurance policy with Caroline. We did a toy safety press release. We had Thanksgiving, a little vacation, and now it's on to Christmas. So happy holidays.
Wonderful, thank you. I do have a question for you. When we get our intern, do you think at some point during the winter season, we'll be able to see the body art updated? You know, when we get some intern
like
help
to.
from the college?
Oh, I would like to, yeah.
Okay.
I've got most of it done. I haven't finalized it yet, but it's something that's on the
I know there was a lot.
middle
on-
burner.
There was a lot on the priorities list, the housing inspection.
Yep, that's still there too.
That's still there.
The middle burner.
As long as it didn't go anywhere.
Nope, it's still there.
Okay, that's fine, thank you. And Caroline, thank you very much for your reports. And I see,
And I think the final thing that we had is the finalized emergency contact list. Just make sure all your info is correct. Our info is correct already. We're going to be giving this to the police and fire departments tomorrow. Obviously, the call down list starts with us, and we'll be the ones handling everything, but just to make sure you guys are all set with this.
the only thing is the blue line that says, board members do not call, you can barely read it. Maybe you could just
Do that on purpose.
change it so it can be read. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just,
I will change the color.
that's all, just so it can, all
That's fine, absolutely.
right.
So
Is that
take
okay?
away the chairmanship by my name?
Sure, of course.
You wanted me second, since I'm more local than Michelle. Is that something
Thank
to
you.
discuss?
We can discuss that tomorrow.
Your email?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I changed that. Okay. Okay.
Everybody else's
I'm
info?
using your old email now,
Yep.
correct?
Okay. Everybody else is okay?
Mine's good.
Okay. Communications announcements, we'll just put it all into one bucket. Anyone have anything else they would like to go over?
I think I'm good. Obviously, Michelle can't be here tonight, so she sends her regards. Her and her husband were going to come to dinner, but they can't.
Tom or Joe?
Just a quick comment. The last couple of meetings, we've been talking about drugs and overdoses and so forth. Before I came to this meeting, I'm at the tail end of a cold, and I took an extra heavy dose of NyQuil. So it's probably why this is going to be a very short meeting, because I won't be talking. So just be careful with the drugs that you can take, because anyone can make mistakes. Some of us more often than others.
And on that note,
On that note, well, this will be a shorter meeting tonight. I wish everybody a wonderful holiday season and good health. Good health is number one. And I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is accepted.